You know, this week we've seen red states right behind me off my left shoulder and the country band together behind Texas in order to win its battle against the Biden administration to seal the border. Here's the worry. The red states are backing up Texas and they're taking on everybody over in Washington, and it's affecting a lot of the blue states that are not actually colored in. But if you've seen these major cities, you know they're all affected. Now, one blue city especially, is waging its own fight against this border crisis. It is Chicago, where they got 35,000 migrants arrived since last August, straining the city's resources and sparking outrage in the community.
You know, the governor of Texas didn't call Chicago a sanctuary city. The mayor called Chicago a sanctuary city. The mayor allowed illegal migrants to come in here and pay them with taxpayer dollars. You know, the thing about it is, our mayor has no plan now. He's having panic attacks. We need to actually recall the mayor.
That'll be a great idea. I don't know why you put him there in the first place. But my next guests are Chicago Democrats and are joining the chorus saying enough is enough. After a building in their South Side neighborhood intended to be used as a community center is now being designated as a new shelter for migrants. Joining us right now, Natasha Dunn and her neighbor, 24-year veteran of the military, Darnell Jones. She's an education activist. He's now a DEI consultant, and they're both co-plaintiffs in the lawsuit against the city of Chicago. Welcome to both of you. Natasha, what was your breaking point?
So my breaking point was when the city of Chicago, in a short notice under Mayor Lori Lightfoot, gave us a notice within 2 days that they were going to hold a community meeting to use our former closed high school as migrant housing. We had already noticed that in Woodlawn they had started the process by using a closed school, and that situation was a complete failure, catastrophic failure. The community was not allowed to have any input in it. They did fight back against it, but the mayor decided to go along with it. So we knew that when we got that notice to the meeting, I specifically knew that there was nothing left to do than to file a lawsuit to stop this from happening, because we realized that they weren't going to listen.
So, Darnell, you're a lawyer. When did you realize legal action was your only way?
Well, we know that historically, black communities are expected to protest and march and not do anything that's really going to impact the decisions. So at that point, we knew that taking legal action was our only course.
So you are taking legal action. Can you describe the services that the illegal migrants are getting as opposed to what the people of the city need? Do you want to start, Natasha? What are you seeing that they're getting that's really getting under your skin?
Yeah, and let me be clear. We were able to stop the city from putting the migrants in the school building. So they're not in our school building here in the city of Chicago. We were successful in that aspect. But what we see across the city of Chicago is that they're getting access to, they're getting up to $9,000 in funding. They're getting access, they're getting rental assistance, they're getting support, free childcare, free transportation, you know, and with the housing situation, we're noticing now the city of Chicago has been scrambling to really find places for them to go. So they're making deals with landowners. And the problem with that is that in the black community, there's a lot of absent landowners, and they've left dilapidated properties in our neighborhoods. We have fought for years to try to get those dilapidated properties to come back into the community. And now all of a sudden, now that there's this money falling from out the sky for migrants, these landowners are now using the money to renovate to allow migrants to get in. Let me give you an example. This one landowner in South Shore has a 8-unit building, designated 8-unit building. This man was allowed by the city of Chicago to turn this 8-unit building into a bed for 69 migrants. And he's already have a history of being a slum landlord. So we're now beginning to see that they're prioritizing migrants in housing, and then also utilizing land that really should be renovated and brought back into the community for community use.
Yeah, Darnell, real quick, what's your message to the president out there and the mayor? Because the worst is yet to come. We have reporters on the border every day. It is falling apart. What is your message to the people who allowed this to happen?
My message is, first of all, is that, you know, I don't believe one political party is any better than the other in terms of making sure that the needs of black people specifically are being met. We know that because there's been a history of asking and not receiving anything, regardless of who you voted for. However, I do believe that this immigration issue is just one more bit of evidence to show that this is about, this is about corporate interests. This is not about us. And they will do anything they need to do and want to do to ensure those interests are met, not ours.
I hear you. I mean, I'm seeing them getting dropped off on Long Island, where I'm in, working class communities, going by the rich communities because they know they put too much of a stink. And remember, when those migrants landed in Martha's Vineyard, all hell broke loose because they had a dozen. You're dealing with 35,000. We got 67,000. Unbelievable. Thanks so much for taking actions and not just standing by, guys. We'll keep fighting for you, and you keep fighting too.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.